Have time? Okay, I'm sorry I ran over, but anybody with any question about Silicon Valley, about entrepreneurship, go for it.
My name is Josh Robinson. I just want to know, what was your biggest struggle through the years and how did you overcome it?
The biggest people is getting the right people to do the job, to fit the culture of your company. So you don't want to get one rotten apple in your basket of fruit and it can spoil the whole thing. So when you interview people, you interview them to make sure that they're qualified to do the job you want done. But secondly, you want them to also fit the mold of the culture, the environment that you're trying to create inside your company. Once you find them, keeping them, rewarding them, and challenging them is always tough to do. Every other company is out trying to get that person. And you have to find a way to not lose him. It's always a challenge out in that valley where there's never enough workers for all the jobs that are available.
Thank you.
Yes?
How are you going about determining the likelihood of commercialization success? You know, a lot of ideas. How are you assessing those ideas and really determining which ones warrant the money or the chance to go commercial?
Well, so my proposal, it has not happened yet. My proposal is to take the VP of research of 6 universities, the bigger research universities in Ohio. You pick the 8 or 10 chief technical officers of the major companies here in Ohio, canvassing a variety of industries, oil and gas and medical technology and the energy and software, and get some really quality, thoughtful, forward-thinking CFOs. Then you get a few government, third frontier foundation people who really have been studying and understand from a government viewpoint, new tech commercialization activities. You look at the geographical breakdown of the state so that you don't put them all in Cleveland and you want to get them spread out. You look at some competition that might be staring at you, you have to deal with. You look at the natural resources that you have available. And basically this team goes away for a few weeks and they're the ones that see the upcoming technology, the future of technology, where strengths lie in Ohio, and industries are big enough to kind of go target, and encourage them then to come back and tell us what are those 10 industries that we should go after. It's not going to be energy and the environment, health and well-being. These are way too big. We got to cut this down into something, stem cell therapy, where we can wrap our arms around it and own it and become a leader there. And then once you're a leader there, then you can expand it and grow it. That's what we have to do. And I think that work is in the early stages of getting going right now. Another question?
Yeah, we have time for one more question.
Okay, yes.
Okay, my name is Tony Costanzo, and being from the area myself, I was really interested in how you talked about building up the corridor between Athens and Columbus. And it sounds like you have a little bit of university expansion, a little bit of like industry incorporation to that area, and a lot of students staying put once they come up with these ideas here and staying in the area and that sort of stuff, if that's fair to say.
Yes.
I was wondering, what's the biggest challenge for doing that, for keeping people in this area and bringing them to this area, and someone like me who would want to start some sort of company later on in their life, what could someone like I do to prepare now so that when that time comes, I have the proper pieces in place to make it happen?
So, great question. Not every young business startup, emerging from a college environment, needs to stay close by a college. In many cases, it needs to get out into its industry, close to partners, geographically somewhere else. And that's fine. And we should encourage it. We will. It's our technology still being licensed, and if they're successful out there, they're still going to be paying us a royalty. But in the process of doing that, we're losing the technology in the state of Ohio, and we're losing the brain power behind that invention. And we'd like to keep that. By starting a tech park close by a university, it enables several things to happen. One is, quite often our professors are the kingpin of doing research. And if our professors were to get up and leave the university to go to Columbus or Cleveland or to implement that company around that technology, we're going to lose that professor. Well, if that happens once, we can probably live with it. When it happens 20 and 30 and 40 times, we're starting to lose all of our key professors, and that would kill this university. So we do not want to lose our key professors, researchers. We want them to do research and teach, which is their day job and which they're best at. What we want them to do is develop graduate students under them who are fully knowledgeable and skilled in that area, and that graduate students is the one that goes over here in another small team of people, and they start that company. The professor now can still be aligned. He can be on the board of directors, he can be a consultant, he can be doing whatever he needs to do to help get that company up and going. That professor may have a stock option in the company, so if that company is successful, he's going to be rewarded. He may get some remuneration of pay for the time he's putting in, but he comes home and starts doing more research. And this time he's got 3 or 4 students, and his hope is to have 3 or 4 or 5 companies up and running in 10 years, all in different stages of success. And he can see realistically now a way of making a tremendous amount of income from these companies if they're successful. He's doing a better job of staying here, doing research, promoting commercialization, helping these companies in the long run. And so that's very doable if that tech park, that building where he's housing his company is 10, 20, 30 minutes drive at most from what he's doing. So we don't want to lose our faculty. We really want to develop new business creations nearby. So that's one key reason. I think there are several others, but we're going to run out of time. Did I answer your question?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, good.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry I ran out of time. Anybody who wants to talk to me and did not get an opportunity, come see me. I got a business card. Contact me, email me, call me, and I'll be happy to have more dialogue with you in the days and weeks ahead. Thank you. Thank you.